Hi guys, MrRoflWaffles here. Today I'm going to be giving you a no-nonsense guide to complete the Cold War Remedy Easter egg on Classified. Before you even begin, I recommend that you make sure in your game you have the Welling starting pistol equipped and you do not trade it out for any other gun during your game. You're going to need it later in this guide. I recommend the first thing you do in your game is come into this room here and hold square on this door in the corner of the room. You'll get an audio quote to play. Then when it's finished, hold square again, and rinse and repeat this process until the quote that you hear is Samantha talking, and until a load of Nova crawlers spawn into the map. You're going to use these to get a bunch of points, and it's just going to make your life a little bit more easy. Next up, come downstairs and grab the key from this little key box inside the war room. We're going to use that key to unlock a locked table upstairs back in the room that we were just in, fighting off all those Nova crawlers. You just come over to the table, hold square, it will unlock, and inside you see a picture of a map, specifically Dariz, with some numbers written on it. Write down those numbers and write down the map that they correspond to. Next, come downstairs to the labs and turn on the power. Once you've done that, you're going to want to come around the corner here and you'll see a rebuildable barrier kind of window type area with a teleporter pad in the back. There are some Nova gas canisters back there, it's looking pretty suspicious, and you need to throw grenades into the back of the room. Now, you can do this with acid grenades or regular grenades, but try and throw them behind this metal kind of stack of things, and once you get it in the right spot, and it's a little difficult to get the right trajectory, but keep trying and you'll manage, you'll unlock another set of numbers just to your right-hand side. This is a picture of Shangri-La, and you'll have another 4 numbers ready to be written down along with their corresponding map. Next, you're going to need to go back to the war room and go to DEFCON 5, but you're going to need to do this in a specific order. It starts off with the DEFCON switch, which is on the catwalk and is furthest away from the stairs. Then, run all the way down the stairs and go into the server room and activate that DEFCON switch. Then, go all the way back up those stairs and activate the other DEFCON switch, which is on the catwalk in the war room. Finally, go down the stairs again and activate the switch just next to the elevator, which goes down to the labs. Then, enter the president's room via the portal. In here, you should see a TV turned on that previously was not turned on when you were entering the panic room normally without doing a specific order of the DEFCON switches. Hold square on it, it will retract into the wall, and underneath, there is another image of a map, it's Kino der Toten, and it has another number. Once again, write it down. For the 4th and final set of numbers, you need an explosive damage pack-a-punched weapon, so you keep your default Welling starting pistol and keep it with you the entire game so that you can pack-a-punch that and get the King and Country, which is basically this game's Mustang and Sally's. Once you've pack-a-punched your Hellion Salvo or your Welling, like I've suggested, and got the King and Country, you need to go back to the top floor of the map and you'll see that there's a corridor called the Deserted Hallway filled with pictures of presidents. You're going to want to spray into that wall with your explosive King and Country. Now, I know this can be a little bit fiddly because I'm just saying spam the wall, so I'm going to give you 3 nice and clear options. Number 1 is just spam the wall, like I've just said. Number 2 is to shoot the portraits with your pack-a-punch pistols in this order. Benjamin Franklin first, then Abraham Lincoln, then your boy Hamilton, and finally back to Ben Franklin. This won't work 100% of the time, but it has certainly in the majority of the games that I've played. The third option is to look in the description down below, and as soon as we have a more consistent order for these, then that will be in the description down below, and you'll be able to just shoot them in that order, and it should pop right open for you. This time giving you the image of Shino Numa as the map. Once you get that last code though, you can go back into the war room and start entering these codes on the big metal kind of code box thing, I suppose, in the far side of the room. There's a specific order which the codes need to be entered in order for this to work. So we're going to start off with the numbers that we got from the paintings upstairs because that corresponded to Shino Numa. Then when you've entered those numbers, hold square and you'll get a little activation noise and it'll kind of plink to say that it was complete. And if your voice in-game says that you got the wrong codes, you're going to need to make sure that you're entering the right set of numbers here, and you also wrote the numbers down correctly in the first place. Then, for your second set of numbers, we're going to be using the Dariz picture numbers, so those were the ones that you got from up top in the drawer that we opened with the key. Enter those, once again, hold square on the completion button, it will clink to say that it was done, it will not say that it was the incorrect sequence, and you'll be then able to enter the Shangri-La numbers. Those were the ones that we got from downstairs by throwing that grenade. With the Shangri-La numbers entered, hold square once more, you should have another clink noise, and then finally, the fourth set of 4 numbers from the panic room, they correspond to Kino der Toten. You're going to enter those 4 numbers right now, and it's then going to say, well, I mean, as you can see on screen, that you've completed this step. Then you need to go to Area 51, just straight up normally, the Pack-a-Punch on this map. If you need a guide for it, it's on my channel, linked in the top right-hand corner of the screen. Go to Area 51 and survive for 3 rounds. Once you've done so, the side of Area 51 will open up and become a playable space. From that opening, you'll get a max ammo and a bonfire sale, which is always nice. On top of that, you'll notice that once you've got this SCADI message on your computers, there'll be a box on the table that you can open and grab the Winter's Howl from. Congratulations, you've completed the Easter egg, but only the person that picks up the Winter's Howl is going to actually get the achievement in their game, and so you might need to do this in multiple games to make sure that all your friends get the Chivo or get the trophy on your respective platform. I've been MrRoflWaffles. Hopefully this no-nonsense guide has been useful for you all. If it has been, please subscribe and turn on notifications. That's the best way to avoid missing videos like these in the future. Cheers guys, bye-bye.